Prime factorization. Prime factorization is a product of prime numbers. Or in other words, it is multiplying prime numbers. To find a prime factorization, we divide by prime numbers. Let's take a look at our two examples here. In example 1, we're to find the prime factorization of 360. So I'm going to write 360 here. And I can tell that it's divisible by 3 because 3 plus 6 is 9, and 9 is divisible by 3. So I'm going to divide by 3, and 3 is going to go into 360. It goes into 3 one time, it goes into 6 two times, and then goes into 0 0 times. So it'll be 120. 120 is going to be divisible by 3 because 1 plus 2 is 3. So if I divide that by 3, it's going to go in there 4 times and a 0, so it'll be 40. Now 40 is divisible by 2 because it ends in a 0. So 40 divided by 2 is going to be 20, and 2 goes into 20, so 20 divided by 2 is 10, and 2 goes into 10, and that'll give me 5. So my prime factorization then is going to be 2 to the third power times 3 squared times 5. We write it using exponential notation. So now let's find the prime factorization of our example 2, our 1224. So again, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. You could also use a factor tree, prefer using 360, and then you could have done 3 and then 120 and so on. I personally like using the box method better just because the lines are cleaner and it's easier for me to see where my prime factorization is, where I highlighted. We're going to start with 1224, and I'm going to use 2 because that's the most obvious. And 2 goes into 12 6 times. 2 goes into 24 12 times. 612 is divisible by 2. So 2 goes into 6 3 times. 2 goes into 12 6 times. And that's divisible by 2. 2 goes into 30 15 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. So it looks like I'm out of 2's now. But let's see, let's try 3. So 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 would be 9. So that's going to be divisible by 3. 3 goes into 15 5 times, goes into 3 one time, so I get 51. 51 now is 5 plus 1 would be 6, so that's divisible by 3. 3 goes into 5 one time, and that would leave us with 2 left over, so 3 goes into 21 7 times. So that looks like my prime factorization there. And again, we're looking at these numbers out here. These are all my prime numbers. So when I write this out, I want to write this as 2 to the third power times 3 squared times 17. We generally write these in order from lowest to the highest, but it doesn't have to be that way.